everyone, so I'm back now to do the final chakra. So I've been doing a little breakdown and giving some advice and how to recognize if you have an unbalanced chakra or how to unlock it and connect with that, and just giving some advice only through my own knowledge. So I'm not saying, because I don't know everything, this is just kind of me showing and helping to use tools and techniques that I also have used to do these things. So this is like, say, for beginners. Well, it doesn't have to be, you can be somebody who already knows stuff, but people who really haven't worked with them and have an understanding, I'm just giving a little breakdown of how to understand certain things. So this is now the 7th chakra, which is the violet colour, and it's also white as well. So some people say white and some people say violet, but this is now the crown chakra, which is this antenna and our connection to source and to everything. That's that higher consciousness as well. So the element is thought, and the planet is transcendence, and so is the zodiac sign. The motto is I know. Now, the fact that this is transcendence, so this basically is about having the ability to rise above a normal human level, basically. So it's like, it's considered of being able to raise your vibration and be aware, like the connection to a higher source or a higher self, or it's just raising that vibration. But also it's about how you can shift your perception. It's like when you wake up and on this journey, it's like once you reach a level, it's all of a sudden everything that you want to do has changed. So it's like, to reach this crown chakra fully open and connection, like, it can take many years for this to happen. Some people could do it fast. All depends on your soul's journey, your blueprint, what you've come to do. We've all got a different journey. Some have been on this journey for a long time and possibly are happy now, the fact that a lot more people are on this journey, but this was always meant to happen at this time. So this journey is globally, it's the planet. The planet is now ascending. The planet is actually shifting its vibration, raising its vibration. She's also evolving and transmuting, and she's also shifting her own unique vibration. She's now activated her heart and she's vibrated, and she is shifting into a higher vibration. So whether people wanted to or not, it was always going to happen. So I know there's going to be a lot of beginner people at this point now who might not understand things, and things what they want to know are now like being shattered. And like I say, it's all now being activated. Everyone who wasn't on this journey will be now on this journey. They have no choice, because they have to shift and move with the planet as well and raise the vibration, because if they don't, you will have a lot of chakra imbalances like throughout your body, and that would mean referring to illness. So this little videos what I've been doing about each of them, it's about what these chakras are connected to with the body. So when unbalanced, it can manifest in illnesses, and they all connect to a different one. So if you have certain things what I have mentioned in all of these chakras, then you can then go and look at that and think, right, well, I have stomach problems, digestive issues. Then you can go and look and see which one this connects to, and then you can start working on that and address it and put these techniques into place. And if they work, beautiful. But if not, you can then do a bit more research. This is how we should have been taught, but we didn't get taught this way. So a lot of these things sound quite cringy or corny to some people, because it's like, what, you want me to talk in the mirror and do? Honest to God, these things are so simple and easy to do, but we haven't been taught these things. So to connect into these things and to do these things at first, it doesn't feel normal, because we're just not used to doing this. But this is what we was meant to do, and we kind of went outside of ourselves to seek everything instead of going inwards. Everything is in us. We was born with everything to work. Basically, the planet was already, everything that we needed to survive and to live was already here for us. It's just been sadly lost along the way with a lot of stuff. So we're all trying to get back to the old ways, how the ancestors did it, the ancients who was trying to explain these things, who left certain things for us to understand, but we just kind of, along the way, it's been misinterpreted to fix a certain narrative and for power and whatever else. It's been literally removed for us to not understand. So we always live in a lower vibration, which is our lower chakras, which is all to do with fear. So I will say this chakra obviously is after the other ones are kind of balanced, but the main chakras, if you haven't watched the rest of them, I would highly recommend, whether you are far on this journey or not, because some people, I'm noticing that people on this journey who have been on this journey for some time, they haven't done the inner work. I don't think they understood that they could do that. They just thought they could help other people with what they know, and yeah, you can do that, but you've also, the first thing you have to do is to do yourself. I think a lot of people shield or cover that up. So the root chakra is where a lot of things are hidden for a lot of people, and I mean hidden. People have masked it. Me personally, I did the same thing. My mask and the layers was coming off, and it was a constant thing. I was like, and it got to a point where I was like, I had enough. I was like, I've had enough of doing this. This is way too much on me as a person, because it's a lot. Now, the thing is, if you don't acknowledge something that is in that root chakra, it will never be gone. It will always be there regardless. No matter what you layer on top of that or mask on top of it, it will always be there. So if you have had an issue in an illness that goes back since childhood possibly, then I would highly recommend that you look at the root chakra. People take that root chakra for granted, and that is the chakra, that is what we're built on. If that is not healed and balanced, it will not be a stable foundation. No matter what, you will always have the same recurring illnesses. You will always have the same karmic lessons coming into your life. You will always have the same situation in whatever that is for you, because something hasn't been identified and looked into and then healed or released, because sometimes it's not ours. And that's another thing. This could be something you're carrying from another person, or something that you witnessed, or something that someone placed on you. So past lives as well. So what I've realised is, to unlock the third eye, I feel like the root and the heart chakra, being the yin and the yang, has to be addressed. So them two, what I'm noticing with a lot of people around me with the illnesses and certain things that are happening in their life, it's regarding them two chakras. They are the two pillars of chakras that are hardest to heal and hardest to get to the core, because it's the yin, which is the feminine, but also could be the mother, and then the yang side, which is the masculine, which could be the father. So these could go back to childhood mother and father issues or wounds, if that makes sense. So this is now the motto of I know. So this rules the upper part of the brain and the pineal gland and the cerebral cortex, the central nervous system and the skin. This keeps us alive, this chakra, without even any effort. So it doesn't matter if we work on this just automatically does stuff as this just works as you would just doing something. When something comes, it just naturally works. That's this. So this is what I mean. People don't understand the essential what this crown chakra does and how it actually works, because it does it without knowing, without us actually knowing. It just does that in general. So if it is unbalanced and needs addressing something regarding the crown, this could cause then headaches, migraines, chronic fatigue, weakened muscular system, lack of memory loss, neurological disorders, nerve pain, skin rashes, insomnia and depression. So beneficial things to help with this chakra alignment and to balance would be developing a deeper and more routine meditation, you know, and quieting the mind, and taking walks out in nature alone, you know, peaceful. Spending time alone as well, and knowing when to do that, when to rest in, when to sit in silence with nothing. Volunteer work also is very beneficial for this as well. But like I say, clearing that mind regular, like literally doing mindfulness practices daily, and knowing when you need to quiet in yourself and take back your energy and pull away from other people and other things. Just know when to do that, because that's very important for this as well. Make sure that there is a regular and routine in place for this, and also setting intentions as well with your daily tasks, but also setting intentions with the intention of the mind, and to clear that mind and to clear the thought pattern, like to clear anybody else's energy that may be affecting you. But also it's about being present as well. It's like getting more into that state of shifting the mind into the present and not into the past or the future, really trying to shift that consciousness. And also it's about possibly emptying that mind and any other beliefs that you once had, so that you can then make room for this new belief and these new set of ways that you want to do, to be able to stop any expectations from the past or the limitations that was on in that mind. It's like reprogramming, basically. It's like only when we can let go of the expectation of what we once knew, when we are now like enlightened beings, and develop that mentally and emotionally, and then we can see the world in a different way. So it's being able to shift that consciousness and shift that perception of what you once knew to this new way and this new being. It's like once you start to shift that mind and your consciousness, the way you see will be so different to how you used to see. It's like when you open that mind and higher and lift that consciousness, the way you see the world and things that have always been around you, you will see things so differently. It's like all of a sudden you woke into the beauty that was always there, and it's quite a beautiful and emotional understanding. It's like you will want to be out in nature more. The things that you might have used to do to cope with a scenario won't be there, and your go-tos will be to be alone. Honestly, you'll understand when the shift is happening as well. It's like you also, so basically what I realized is, it's like when you shift your attention and shift that consciousness, your attention then moves towards others and the needs of other people, and compassion for others and not just for self. And that's when you know you've shifted, when you then care for everything and everyone on an emotional state and understanding, and as a one, you know, no matter what. It's like that is when you've changed that mindset and that perception. So when that happens as well, you will have new eyes, basically. That's what it'll feel like. You've been given these brand new eyes, these new lenses here, and you see everything for what it is. It's like, wow. And that is amazing when you see. It's like when you go on nature walks now, like me for instance, I could go on the same walk all the time, and every time I go I see something different, and it's like, wow, when did them flowers go there, when did that? And even the animals, you start to see the animals which you possibly might have never really looked at in the past. You have a big sense of compassion, and also you will feel content and happy and fulfilled that you are now at this state of being where you trust in everything and all that is happening, and understand that whatever is out of your control will not affect your energy and will lower your vibration, because it is not yours. It's nothing that you can do. So why would it bother you? Why would it worry you? Why would it make you feel a certain way? It's fine. So you become so much more content in general. So when it is overactive, the crown, it's like you're desperate to be seen. You become some kind of prophet and some kind of preacher, where you're trying to control another narrative, which then that's also not the right thing to do. You know, we're not here to do that. You seek attention a lot more. when it's underactive, very misunderstood, lifeless in self. You don't feel much joy about life. You have a negative way of speaking with whatever anybody's saying. Say if someone's saying something positive, you will then come back with a negative. It's like you can't seem to shift from that, and you will be very in a mental depression kind of state where you become very vacant, if anything, as well. I feel like some people then disconnect from the body. So the benefits to help with this as well. Oh yeah, gratitude as well, sorry. So daily gratitude is a big must when it comes to your crown. Being grateful for anything and everything, that is how you start to shift that consciousness and vibration up. It's like once you start using and being in that energy of being grateful, I honestly, that is the one thing that will shift so many things in your life. You being grateful and showing that gratitude to self as well, for getting up, for the littlest things, and just keep doing little, and before you know it, you're doing loads of things. Because sometimes when you say just be grateful for one thing, it's hard to choose something, because when you get to that point, you're grateful for a lot. But at the beginning, it's like the littlest things, just for you being alive today, that is a big thing. To actually get out of bed today, to actually put the effort into being you today, you know, it's like that is a lot to be grateful for. So grateful is the best thing to help with this. But also fasting as well is really beneficial when it comes to your crown chakra. Know how to do interval like fasting, and really keeping hydrated. Water is very significant when it comes to this. Make sure you are hydrated, always drinking, because we are 80% water, our bodies, and I think people forget how much we need to intake when it comes to that. That is something that people lack so much of, and that does cause the mind to relapse in a way. It's like that really affects the brain, the water intake. So also herbal teas are very beneficial. Ginger, peppermint, eat clean basically. Anything that is white, clear and looks like transcendent, it's like that will be very beneficial. But it's like clean eating, and eating what you need, and not eating because you want to eat. Like, it's what the body needs, exactly. But like, yeah, so like mushrooms and stuff like that, because they're white, onions and things like that. What else was it? Potatoes, yeah, white rice, coconut milk, garlic, eggs, lentils and stuff like that will be very beneficial as well. Also some crystals which can help, like obviously I'm just giving you the basics, but you can use what you want. But to start you out, if you're not sure, clear quartz, milky quartz, they are good as well when it comes to migraine, the diet as well. So milky quartz, which is snow quartz or however you want to call it, but it's not the same as the clear one. The milky one is really good when it comes to migraines and headaches, but also it helps with people who want to reduce eating, and helps with the weight loss. Howlite as well, opal, moonstone, amethyst, selenite and diamond. Also Palo Santo and sage are very beneficial to burn, or in incense, or even in the sticks, to cleanse the energy constantly when you've been out somewhere around other people, or the people been into your home, to make sure that you have got no energy attaching to you. Pine and also lotus oil and lime as well will be very beneficial when it comes to your essential oils. If you want to spray that around the room, cleanse the space, I don't know, cleanse your crystals, meditate with that scent, have it burning, whatever it is. And lavender as well. So I'm going to give you some affirmations. This is just a few basic ones. You can use what you want and choose what you want, but I would highly recommend that you do these daily practices when it comes to your affirmations, writing them down, speaking them out, and then speaking them into the mirror. And that's how you will connect to yourself. That speaking in the mirror is my biggest recommendation for this journey, and I've said that in all the others. So if you've not watched any of the others, I would recommend that you do write that. Write each one down, but after that first one, be very truthful about the emotion that you felt to doing that, speaking nice words to yourself, because it's not something we're taught, it's something that we don't get taught, so we seek that from other people, and it's it is all about seeking it for himself, and sometimes it can feel quite awkward. But be very truthful about how it makes you feel, whether it was uncomfortable to actually look at yourself to see whether you felt cringy or like weird or like whatever it is. Write it all down, and that's a major thing that you can watch the progression. It comes so much more easily and that'll be one of the things that you go to do without understanding why you're doing it. But that'll be like you prep talking, like, you got this, girl. But I am mindful. I release what I do not need. I surrender to my spiritual will and my purpose. I am intuitive. I have heightened my awareness. I release control of anything that is out of my control. My life is unfolding as it should. So that's just a few. Like I say, if you use anything else, but I hope this has been beneficial, and I hope I've made sense and somebody's got something out of this. And if it's only one person who gets something out of this, then that's happy for me. I'm happy for that, because like I say, this is just my own advice. I'm not bloody a professional when it comes to this, but if I can help someone and give little tools that I've used myself, then I would highly recommend that. You do watch all the other videos as well, and if you feel like this could help somebody else, please share that to that person. Like I say, it's just my own techniques. I just trust in me, because it's the journey. I have to believe and trust in what I'm doing, and if it's worked for me, then I'm hoping it's going to work for someone else. So yeah, bye now.